Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is TarotGenix. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to look at just some supporting messages that you might need to hear right now. So this reading is basically for support for whatever it is that you're experiencing in your life's journey or in your journey. So this reading is pretty open. Many things might come through. Love might also come through. It's really very much dependent on what it is that you need to hear in your journey right now. There are no cards for today's reading, just crystals, and I really feel called to do it this way. Maybe I should just space them out for you to see them. And I'm sorry that there's a shadow here. It's just that the apartment that I live in right now, it's not really supportive of, it's not fully supportive of me having a channel, to be frank with you, but I still wanted to do some readings and just see where things go. Oops, okay. All right, so I will go ahead and introduce you all to each of your piles. So pile number 1, you are this crystal here, and this is the red vein Jasper. Okay, so this is the red vein Jasper crystal. I don't know, I want to show you guys the bottom as well. That's the red vein Jasper. For pile number 2, you are the green banded calcite. So this is the green banded calcite. And this is the bottom of your crystal. I don't know why I wanted to show that. Something that I look at when I buy crystal, the bottom. I don't know why, just kind of like to get that angle as well. So for pile 3, you are this yellow fluorite crystal. So this is the yellow fluorite. Okay. Pile number 4, you are this rose quartz crystal right here. I hope I'm getting the angles right for the camera. Okay, the rose quartz crystal. Okay, as per usual, the timestamps are in the description box, and I'll go ahead and see you in your readings. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this, the red vein Jasper crystal, this is going to be a reading. So I'm going to go ahead and place your crystal right here. And today we are looking at what it is that you need to know to help you, to support you at this moment right now, what it is that you need to hear. So I'm just going to get right into your reading, okay? So for pile 1, please. Just gonna scooch over here. I'm already getting a message, but I don't really have the words for it yet. Okay. Okay, all right, interesting. We have the lover here. That makes sense. So I stopped for a moment as I was shuffling your card, and as soon as I pulled this, I knew exactly what I was picking up on. So some of you, whatever it is that you're going through in your life at the moment, the primary focus of your life right now, pile 1, is love. And I want to say that, of course, there is nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful thing to have love at the center of your life, because a lot of the things, if not everything that we do, is fueled by love, by the energy of love. Now, this could be a person. There could be a person on your mind, because I did pick up on a message just now, and I do feel that this message may be from them as I was feeling into your energy. So I do think that somebody is energetically connecting with you. They want to speak with you. There is a desire for this person to speak with you. But it could be also that they don't know exactly what to say, because the energy that I was getting was really like they want to communicate something, but they don't really have everything. They don't have the words. They don't have the words. So I'm not sure what that means. It could mean so many things. If you really think about it, it could mean a lot of different things, but I'm just telling you exactly what I picked up on. So please take that as it's resonating. We have the Divine Mother manifests. Okay. The Divine Mother manifests. Okay, straight away, pile one, what I'm getting here for with these two cards is that with the Lover and the Divine Mother manifests, I feel that I'll be pulling more cards. I'm just going to focus on these at the moment. So with the Divine Mother, I feel that this card talks about something that is manifesting, and you can kind of feel that it's in the process of being manifested. That is what this card talks about, but I do want to just take a peek at the guidebook here, because this particular deck is, it's just beautiful. It's got a lot of depth to it, and I just want to make sure that I'm getting out all the depths of the card. So we have here, oh, you living in the world of 6 directions, accept the gloom and accept the bliss. For those seeds buried in the ground will one day grow into fruitful orchards. Okay. All right. I guess that's all I needed to know. So the message that I'm getting here with this card, and that was really helpful, is that there is a need to sit with all of your feelings and all of your emotions right now. If there is something that you're feeling that's really difficult to feel, if there is some emotions that you're processing that is very difficult to process, it's bringing up grief, it's bringing up sadness, just bringing up a lot of emotions, there is a need here to allow those feelings to come up and let it just leave you. And it might not be a very easy thing, but it is something that you can do if you put your mind and your heart to it. And the reason why I say that is because you have come across this reading and you're watching this reading. This is something that is required of you to move forward in your life and to show compassion and love to yourself right now, because this gentle love and care is something that is needed, and it's something that is urgently needed. Like, it is something that cannot be avoided anymore. It is not something that can be, brushed off anymore. And with the Lover here, I feel that so much of it has to do with the person in question. If there is a person in question, if you have somebody that you do think about, something about this person, you really have to address every little detail about them and feel the feelings and see what comes up for you, because your feelings at the moment is carrying some messages, and these messages are very, very, very important to what you're manifesting right now, to where you are desiring to go right now with your manifestation. So this is, since you're consciously manifesting something with your choices, with what it is that you want in your life, and you're co-creating at the moment. This is part of the co-creation, to pull apart where your feelings are hindering you instead of helping you, and the only way a feeling can hinder you is if you hinder the feeling itself. It's what I'm channeling. So it's like hindering the feeling itself would mean suppressing it, repressing it, putting it, at the back of your mind, lock it up, shut it down, things like that. That is what will actually hinder your manifestation. That will actually not help you at this moment, or if at all, especially not right now, With this crystal that you've chosen, this crystal to me is a very this crystal itself really makes make me feel aware of the blood in my veins. Just like its name, and just like just by the look of it, like it gives me like a really peaceful um flow of energy. Like it's really peaceful, but it also is a type of a crystal that makes you want to feel alive. And I feel that a part of what makes us feel alive is allowing our emotions to come up and to feel our emotions. Environment, there is a need to really bring your focus into into everyone and everything around you, and see if it's bringing you the happiness or fulfillment that you really need, and if it is really helping you connect to your intuition, and if it is really helping you connect to your divine source, like your divinity, your source, which is God, the universe, the creator of the universe, my bad, not the universe, creator of the universe. You know, your creator, your source of being. There is an energy here that is kind of pulling you away from your worth a little. There is an energy of like temptation here that I'm getting, that there is something that is tempting you, creating a kind of a temptation that, okay, if you leave your center, if you lose your balance and give to me, I will promise you this. But as we all know, that never, it never works that way, because by asking you to leave your center, by asking you to leave your balance, it's already taking what you're searching for and what it is promising to give you, that other things externally cannot provide that for you. It is something that you already have within yourself, and you have an abundance of that source. And it's not that you go and look for it somewhere else. That's not really the case. It's the reason why like it never even gets to that point is because you just don't need to look for it anywhere else. You have an abundant source of it. It's like, it's basically pointless. It's a waste of energy. That is something that is the definition of energy leak. Because why, like, it's like, in divine logic, there is no sense here. There is no, it makes no sense. But I do feel that something here needs to be very, a boundary needs to be placed here, because the Sun card, this is a really beautiful energy. It talks about it. To me, it actually, sometimes it does talk about source, like, where the sun does help plants grow, and it is kind of like source energy. I feel the sun sometimes, and I feel that in this particular reading, this is really talking about that. And also there is something about the imagery, like here is like a temptation, like I can be your source, I can give this to you. So it's like a dual message. But the truth is that you already have it all. You already have everything you need. You already have, like, the Queen of Earth is like, to me, like, it really carries the value aspect of what the Empress carries in the tarot. Like, whenever I look at the Queen of Pentacles, this talks to me like straight up value. Yeah, it can also talk about tradition and culture. I don't know why that is something that is really significant. If you feel really connected to your culture and you feel that there is a value system that you might actually want to look at, if that is something that you personally value or not. There is also another message here to really taking the time to get to know yourself and your values, and really have like a clear perspective here, because there's something here that may be like, okay, I'm not really seeing it. And so for some of you, the messages may slightly resonate, but not like a lot, even though me as a reader, the energy is like kind of like pounding through. So it should resonate with, if not all, majority of you. But there is also a feeling that you're not really seeing this, because she's kind of have her back turned against this energy. So that is something that could be significant here. And this is probably where, with this card here, you might need to bring some compassion. And compassion may be something that might help you move through this energy. It might help you process these feelings. Because with the Lover here, the Lover also talks about choices. Just like this card is just like the Lover's card. It also talks about choices. And for some of you, it's really bringing in that self-love and that self-value, and raising your vibration, and kind of like being in that state of being, like a healed state of being, if that makes sense. And I used to get a little bit of a cringe saying like, raise your vibration and stuff, but the more that I'm healing, I'm realizing that vibing is really, it really is a thing. It definitely is a thing. And the people around you, they carry vibration, they carry energy, and they can sometimes show you where you're vibrating. And sometimes that can be a little bit hard to accept. So, which is why I really do feel that the compassion needs to come through here. The Queen of Earth can be really nurturing as well, the Queen of Pentacles. So if you need to nurture your body to like get to the state to process your mind and your feelings and your emotions, that is very much encouraged. Like if you can't get there like all at once, have compassion for yourself and see if you can be gentle in your body to help you support, deal with the heavier feelings. Gonna get something to clarify this Queen of Earth here. And we have the Tower. Look at that. We have the Tower. It is crumbling of beliefs that is based off of foundation that is not divine. In the traditional tower, you're going to see that a lightning strikes on the top of the tower, and if I'm not wrong, I could, but the message is still, you know, there is a crown that falls off, I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm still seeing that image, so that could be significant. So it's like whatever it is that you believed, it's not, it's a false sense of, you know, it's a false sense of thing, of a foundation. And even if a crown doesn't really fall off, the lightning does hit at the top of the tower, which does signify the top of your head, like, you know, the crown. And it's basically like an opening or of the crown chakra, like becoming aware of things, understanding things in a more divine perspective. And I really do feel that that is the energy that I'm getting here for you, that there is an encouragement to see things from a divine perspective. Like even with the Divine Mother manifest, I feel that you might be in a turning point of your life right now. It's really crucial and important for you to take one step ahead of the other to really bring your manifestations into fruition. It's almost like you're being tested for your manifestation. And this does happen sometimes. Sometimes you are tested. And I do feel like you might be in that energy of being tested right now. But the good thing about the Tower is that you would want the false beliefs and the false things to fall away. You know, just like we feel bad when someone lies to us, just like we feel bad when someone betrays us, when someone's not honest with us, it's pretty much the same thing. You know, sometimes we learn how to do that for ourselves because when we experience that in our history and growing up, or when we are maturing, you know, we might, when people do that to us, we might feel that, oh, okay, it's normal to lie to yourself. You know, it's normal to do that. But I really feel that that is what you're, you know, it doesn't feel good. And I think that if you have numbed out to that, there is a possibility that this belief is crumbling. And even though this is a great thing that is happening, like a blessing in disguise, it still requires you to be gentle with yourself. It still requires you to be nurturing to yourself. Do those little things that you need to do to feel blessed, to feel supported, to feel like, okay, I am connected with the divine. Because sometimes when big things happen like this, the divine does connect you with really small things. Like in my experience, when huge things happen like this, I see, like, I get this communication, this intuition, like, Sarah, just drink some water, or, you know, let's not do this now, let's take a nap. You know, those really little slight communications, it might seem really little, but they are massively supporting. They're like the salt in, you know, in the meal, which makes a huge difference. Like those little spices, they're tiny, you just sprinkle them, but it makes the world of a difference. It's like that kind of an energy, doing those little things that you might need to do right now. And then we have here the Three of Water. And the Three of Water, Three of Cups, is a really beautiful energy as well. The Three of Water is, of course, it's about celebration. It's about happiness. It's about coming together. And I think that this is a beautiful energy. This is actually, the card, the message that I'm getting with this card specifically, and I really love this for you, is that things are going to change. This is more of a future energy. All of this feeling that you're leaving, that you're kind of releasing from your system, it is making room for some really beautiful connections and really beautiful energies to come and take its place. And this is something that you're going to cherish just because of how these beautiful mermaids, I believe, are holding up this lovely shell here. You will be cherished, very loved, supported, held, very, very held. And I think that this is the energy that you're calling in. This to me feels like the energy that is returning as you're releasing and making room right now. So this is something that I feel that Spirit really wants you to know, be in touch with, be in tune with, and have this focus that, oh, I'm releasing all of this because there is something really beautiful I'm manifesting for myself. The Lover's energy is so gorgeous, and then the Divine Mother manifests is like such a beautiful Divine Mom energy. So I really do think that things will look up for you. And right now it may not feel like it, but deep down, if your intuition is telling you, is giving you like even like the slightest of inkling that something good is going to happen to me because things can't be going this wrong over and over and over again, this is your confirmation that you are absolutely right. Things will get better for you. And I really love seeing this card for you, Padawan. I really do. Okay. Is there anything that I'm just going to pull like 3 cards from this deck. Just 3 cards to see if there's anything I missed, and then I'll give you your advice cards. We have here the Page of Earth. We have here the Knight of Earth. And we have here the Chariot. Beautiful. And in the back now, we have here the Ten of Fire. Yes. So the Ten of Wands is really talking about, you know, you can, of course, like there's only so much you can take. So this is actually an invitation to release some of your burdens. Honestly, all of your burdens. We have here the Three of Earth because the universe wants to work with you here. There is a lot of support here. But what you have to do is just release it and surrender it. And if you don't know how to communicate, see if, you know, have the divine communicate with you, give you messages, signs, and build that connection, because I feel like in the long run, that is something that could be very significant and important for you. But with the Page of Earth here, I feel that there is a need to really be a student of the lesson that is being taught to you right now. And it may not be easiest, but it's like also working with the lowest hanging fruit, like working with the closest thing that you have to you that can support you right now, and grab it and kind of like go from there. That is also something that I'm getting here with this Page of Earth. The Knight of Earth is really telling me like this energy of commitment, this energy of keep going, this energy of not giving up on yourself and keeping your eye on the prize and just being gentle with yourself. And one of the reasons why the Knight of Earth is so slow is because it's so practical. It wants to sustain itself. It knows that it's taking a long journey, so it wants to sustain itself. And by it, I mean the energy. You know, the energy, you know, that's something that is being encouraged for you to embody as well. I really am getting that. And of course, with the Chariot here, another message that I'm getting here is that to move forward fearlessly, have no fear. And one thing also about the Chariot that I do feel is that have strong boundaries. Don't let someone else's opinion distract you or throw you off course. This is really important for you right now, Padawan. And this is something that you can definitely do and claim, because it's already in your energy. Like I'm pulling the cards, being in your energy, it means it's already here. So it's all about you claiming that for yourself and just moving forward with it. And I think that you're already doing so great. I really do feel that you're doing wonderful, because like, just like, I can feel your energy of not giving up right now. I can feel your energy of not even being close to giving up right now. Maybe you might have that feeling, but it's like a passing feeling. Like deeper, your deeper choice is actually not to give up. So for my pile one lassie, may I please just have some advice before closing out the reading? Okay, we have here, thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Oh, I love that. And then we have here, look at this beautiful dragonfly. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I am being guided. Yes, so if the direction that you're being guided right now with this tower moment is something that doesn't feel really good to you, just because it's something that you haven't been used to for a long time, because the tower energy is something that we've been so comfortable with that doesn't serve us, and the energy of having the rug being pulled underneath. But just to show you that, hey, this is not a good structure. Even if I pull the rug underneath, see, it breaks so easily. Strong structures does not have that property. A structure created and rooted in your creator is part of you. It never leaves you. So yeah, I feel that there is a lot of faith required, but really trust and have that faith, because I feel that even if you can't believe it for some of you right now, it will definitely change. Like, I can see with this energy here, there's a lot of strength returning to you as well. I want to say a lot of strength. Like, you know how you work out, like sometimes, like when some people are, when they're extremely fit, like as they grow mature, they have like their veins kind of like that appear a little. I think that that is also something that I'm getting here, like this message that you're growing in your strength, Pawan, and you should be really, 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 really proud of yourself. And just stay positive. Know that everything that's it's not like a toxic let's stay positive kind of thing, but it's really the truth. That is that the negativity is leaving and the positivity is returning, and truth is always good. Divine truth is always something that brings you peace and clarity. Okay, so this is all I have for you, Pawan. Thank you so much for sticking with me all the way through if you did. And of course, like if you want to, you know, just to let me know you like the reading. Subscribe if you want to follow for more readings. And always, I would love to read your comments. I really enjoy reading your comments. If you know, and if you've been following me for a while, I'm so grateful for your support. Like, I cannot tell you how grateful I am for your support in this channel, because I've been going through so much and really trying to see how to make things work in the channel. And I do see support still, and I appreciate you all so much for that. Really, really so much. Okay, so yeah, this is all I have for you, Pile 1. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the green bandit calcite, this is going to be a reading. I'm going to place your crystal here and we'll just jump right in. So today we are asking what messages you need to hear right now in your journey to support you, anything you might need to hear that's going to help you, any kind of guidance. We're just going to leave it open and just see what comes through. I enjoyed doing pile 1. Pile 1 was fun. It was really nice. It was a good energy there. I feel a good energy here too. Like I've been feeling a good energy in all the piles. Just because it's your energy, honestly. Yeah. Okay, so for my pile 2, what is it that they might need to hear right now, or might need to know? This card is shy. I'm gonna ask for a card to come out that is more, that just really wants to come out, but we'll see. We have here the desert. Okay. Desert. I might have to look into this one. There might be a feeling of stagnancy, like nothing is happening here for you. There's a quietness, and I wonder if that is something that you're experiencing in your life right now. Because I was already picking that up when, you know, the way that the card came out and just being in this energy, it's really quiet. It's almost like you're not getting a response from the universe to your, as an answer to your prayers. Like you are asking for things, but you're just not getting the answer. You're not getting that intuitive nudge. You're not getting that communication. You're not getting that direction. That's the kind of an energy that I'm getting here. It's like feeling, this is the feeling, it's not the truth, okay? But the feeling is that of being shut out from the divine. That's the feeling. Yeah, like I said, it's just the feeling, it's not really the truth. So we have here the desert, the drought, the wasteland, and the badlands. The badlands. Okay, the desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with the lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright, and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant vision. I actually get that energy, and I'll explain what this means. Truth reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crowds and the shadows and the coyotes surround you. Let the wind and sand work their deep magic. I don't want to say watery, but it says weary traveler. Okay, so the one thing that I was getting as I was reading this is that there, with the clairvoyance, I do want to emphasize, we do have the moon here. You might be getting dreams, pal, too. Whether you remember the dreams when you wake up, or there is an emphasis here that in your day-to-day life, you cannot see what is happening. You're really confused. And if there's an energy of being drifted, this and that. But when you go to bed and when you sleep, when you nap, when you get in touch with your subconscious mind, there are dreams. You do see images. You may forget when you wake up, but there are the messages and the instructions are coming to you in that form, not in your waking moment. And it might be because that's when you're most receptive to it, I feel. Yes, I do think that is only because that is when you're most receptive to it. But I do want to say that that is not a bad thing at all. It honestly means that you're creating a deeper foundation and a deeper root, like a rooted belief, or like a rooted, like the messages are actually taking root in your subconscious, is what I want to say. That even if you can't remember things, you might be subconsciously really getting in touch with yourself. You might be, some of your third eyes might be going through an awakening process.
Some of you may feel that in your waking moment, but can get confused as what is it that I'm experiencing. But what I do feel here is that it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's just how the process is working itself. And this is something that can actually lead to a stronger foundation. Like, I know that this happens to me. Like, even when I know, like, what happens, like, I think that this used to happen to me, I think. But I'll tell you this from experience, that once you, what I mean by the messages taking root in your subconscious, it basically means that you become really aware of these things. And after a point, you actually do remember every single dream. And the reason why you remember every single dream is because you realize that every single dream is a message. And you remember messages. If you can decipher your dreams, those are the dreams that you remember. So know that this is actually a good thing. It's not, if you don't remember it during the day, it's not a bad thing. And just because you're not experiencing any kind of communication in your day-to-day life, that does not mean that nothing is happening. You're not receiving anything. You're left out in the cold. That's an illusion, I feel. I do not personally feel with the messages coming through and the energies that that's what's happening. I feel a lot of things happening under the surface. For some of you, Scorpio energy, 8th house energy could be really, or 12th house energy, 4th house maybe, but 4th house, like if you have North Node in 4th house or something like that. Okay, so we have here the sacred union with the number 19. Sacred union with the number 19. It's about, yeah, I do feel like you're starting a new chapter as you're closing off another one. Let's take a look at this 19 card here. And this is I'm only reading the guidebooks for just these two cards, and then I'll be pulling some tarot for you in just a moment. But I want to see what is the theme of your reading, like what is going on here. And it says, only the oneness of love and the lover is eternal. Surrender your heart into this union, for all else in this world is momentary. Okay, stupefied with bliss, I become without thought. There is no grief in that loss. Okay, so like no grief in not thinking. I gladly surrender my intelligence in favor of this mindlessness. It is ecstasy rapture. The sweetness of the union so sacred overwhelms my senses. The lover and the beloved are my world. Nothing else exists except this love, this unity of divine masculine and feminine, and the fresh new universe that shall be born from their sacred conjoining. It happens even now between my body and my spirit. I'm getting so emotional reading this. And in yours and in his over there, and that woman and that woman passing by, all creation in sacred rapturous embrace. So shocking and wild, this frenzy of loving delight without limits. Let us be swept away, my beloved, in the passionate loving that renders duality into one and tips the mind into empty ecstasy. Okay, so for some of you, you could be calling in your divine counterpart. I want to say, for some of you, some of the messages that you're receiving are from your divine counterpart, and the two of you working together. The Sacred Union is a beautiful card. It's a lovely card, and it really does talk about, to me, the subconscious as well, because the subconscious mind actually doesn't have any limit, and really loving from the depths of your consciousness and from the depths of your heart. So I do want to see what this is talking about, because I mean, I get the energy here, but I need a little bit more to talk about it to link the messages that I'm getting. So I'm just going to start pulling your Tarot right now, pile 2. Sacred Union. The thoughtlessness and the message about not overthinking is something that really resonated with your energy for me as I'm sitting in it. I feel that there might be a lot of mind in your actions and less of heart in your day-to-day decision that you're making. I feel that you might be going thought first, instincts, passion, feelings, things like that, like life force second, kind of a message that I'm getting here. And I think that that might be something that is triggering the desert energy. So let's just get right in for pile 2. We have the 10 of Fire. That's the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Earth. Okay. Okay. I am getting a message, but I'm going to say it as a reader because I'm not necessarily sure how it applies, but you would know as you're watching this. There is a message here of getting yourself out of some of the heavier feelings so that you can get some work done. You can get some practical things done that needs to be done throughout the day. Some little things that will build into a really big foundation, some like creating a really large foundation. But there's also a feeling here with the 10 of Wands that you might be very hard on yourself right now also. Pile 2. I want to pull something here with the 10 of Fire. The High Priestess. Okay. All right, so pile 2. I really want you to know that, and you know, not just me, but the energy, but me as well, like me through, you know what I mean. I just really want you to know with these cards here that please don't be so hard on yourself and feel that you are responsible for everything that is happening in your life right now. Don't be so hard on yourself and don't be so unrealistic with your expectations that you're just wanting to have it all right here, right now, because so much of your happiness, so much of your dreams, so much of your expectations has been placed on the result of what it is that you're seeking for or you're asking for. This could be a perfect family, a perfect life, a perfect home, a perfect job, a perfect living situation, a perfect job situation, a perfect love life, a perfect family life, whatever it may be. I feel that there is something about that result of perfection that is really affecting your mental state and your well-being right now. And there is so much focus on, I wish I had that, but I don't have it now, and I would do anything to get there. Like there's that desperation here, that same desperation energy that I was picking up from the desert card. Like this desperation that I really want to be here and I don't know how to be happy if I'm not there. And I think that that is exactly what Spirit is communicating, that it's never the result that brings you happiness. Like, I know that we were taught in society that, You know, when we have a good job, we'll be happy. When we have a great home, we'll be happy. When we have the perfect lover, we'll be happy. The truth is that once you get there, and let's just say you wanted something, and after having it, and look back on that feeling and really assess what I'm saying right now. Was that ever the case? Or did happiness just come from you finding that source of fulfillment within, with God and the universe, and just within yourself, and then having a more practical and realistic expectation? Because all of these wonderful, perfect results are a fruit of the manifestation of bringing that feeling of abundance and wholeness within. It's not the other way around. And I really feel that that is something that Spirit is really trying to communicate to you with this High Priestess. That I think that this is something you deep down you already know. But there is a message here that you might still be overworking yourself, pushing yourself really, really hard, and putting all of your eggs in this one particular basket of making things perfect and not allowing yourself to be happy in the journey. Because the truth is, Pal 2, we don't have many role models in our lives or in society right now to show us what that will look like. We have everybody's looking, you know, kind of like going after, you know, just, you know, going after the grind. I'm not sure if that's, you know, if that's the phrase, but they're just grinding. They're just pushing themselves, working too hard. And the whole concept of having a dream job is so, you know, seems really foreign to majority of the people in the world right now. And it's not, the truth is, it might be counterintuitive based on what you were taught. But Spirit is telling this to you, and you do know this deep down, because you do have your clairvoyance muscles growing right now, Pal 2. And I do trust you to understand this, that you know what this is talking about. You know that you need to find this ecstasy of happiness that you have, that you can receive from within. But I feel that this is not talking about being frustrated of how you can do it within as well. This is about taking the step to acknowledge that, okay, I know that it's not practical to expect my, you know, something else bring me that fulfillment of existence. I'm not attracting all of these fulfillment of existence because I am not in that energy. I'm not wanting it for the sake of wanting it. I'm wanting it for reasons that just to fill some kind of a hole, just to numb out and some of the feelings that I'm feeling. But I think that to start to, you know, to even get to that point, I really do feel that there's a need to acknowledge first, like just acknowledge that, okay, this is what my intuition is telling me. And acknowledge that, okay, this intuition and this communication that I'm receiving from the divine is the source of my complete ecstasy and happiness. And it is teaching me how to get there. Is something that I'm really feeling here. Because this High Priestess, it's like, this is a really powerful High Priestess energy here. And I feel that this is a really clear communication for you, Pal 2. Like, very clear communication. And then we have here the Elder of Water, which is the King of Cups. So what do we have at the bottom here? We have the Three of Cups. This is also talking about kind of like getting out of that funk a little. And I know that maybe some of my messages may feel a little bit harsh right now, and I really do apologize if that's how it does sound at the moment. But it's just the energy that we are working with. Like, I do feel that it's safe to not respect the voice of ego. It's safe to not listen to the voice of ego. It's safe to ignore the voice of ego. It's safe to be what is considered rude to the voice of ego, because it's actually appropriate when it comes to that, because that is you holding up your inner boundaries. And I don't know why I really feel like saying that, It might be resonating for some of you, but here with the Elder of Water, the King of Cups, there is a feeling of just being in really wise with your intuition and with your emotions, and really feeling content in your knowing and making decisions in feeling that contentment and in that inner knowing, and having that fulfillment within your heart space, because you're understanding the flows of emotions that you're experiencing right now, including burdens, like including energetic burdens, and acknowledging and realizing that, oh, I'm energetically burning out right now. And if you're already acknowledging it and it's just frustrating you that you're seeing this message here in this reading, the thing here is that, let me tune in a little. There is a feeling, because there's a part of you that's fighting against it a little bit. It's fighting against your intuition a little bit. And I feel like that is something that needs to be let go of, because your intuition is the source that you're searching. And over here with the Desert card, it did talk about you being in that energy and finding your potential. So I do feel that things like your clairvoyance and others, like your communication with the divine, is emerging. I feel that that is why you are where you are at right now, to create that inner communication within yourself and connect yourself into this infinite inner world that you have, that can supply you with that infinite happiness and ecstasy that you are searching for with your goals and your dreams, which you are definitely meant to have. Of course you're meant to have. You're worthy of this. You're deserving of this. This is something that is yours to claim. However, there is like a dissonance in your energy where you are right now, and you handling and maintaining the responsibilities that come with these blessings. And what keeps these blessings in your life is your connection with the divine. So I really do feel that that is something that you're being nudged and encouraged to do. Let's see what else wants to come true for you, pile 2. I hope that the messages are resonating, and I really do hope that the delivery of my messages are helping you, pile 2, because it's just the delivery style for this reading is already something that I'm channeling. So I'm being in this energy. This is just a delivery style I'm getting. So just please take it as it resonates. And if it doesn't feel good to you, you can always switch off. So I'm just going to pull 3 more cards to see if I have missed out anything for you. Pile 2, from my pile 2, please. We have here the 9 of Earth. Beautiful energy. The Hierophant, which is the Council of Monarchs here. And we have the Page of Water. Okay. And at the bottom now, we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups. So the Page of Water is the Page of Cups. The Knight of Earth is the Knight of Pentacles, and that is the Council of Monarch is the Hierophant. So I feel here with these energies that there is something really sweet in this energies here with the Page of Cups, especially. Very sweet, fulfilling, loving energy that I really get here. A content energy, a peaceful energy, a wise energy. Very wise. And I feel that this wisdom is something that you are expanding on right now. I do feel an energy of expansion here where you have had a certain amount of wisdom and now you're expanding in that wisdom. But in expanding in that wisdom, it is bringing you into the space so that you can slow down and really take in the wisdom that is coming to you. But there is also a message here that not all of your goods are lost. It's not that there's you're being punished, it's being taken away from you. None of that. I really do feel that your good is safely kept for you and is ready and is preparing for you as you're preparing for it. So whenever you're ready, it'll just be there for you. But in the meantime, there is a feeling of bringing in that abundance, bringing in that sweet nectar. It's like a sweet nectar energy that I'm picking up for you, and really finding your potential to be in that state in a more balanced way, like really finding that connection with yourself and with your source of this nectar. And I feel that this is something that's really coming through here. But being in this energy, like I can be here all day. Like I feel so blissed out and so peaceful. Like this is like a warm bath after a long day energy. This is just so sweet. And another message that I'm getting here for you as well, pile 2, is that see if speaking sweetly to yourself helps. And I'm going to share something personal. Growing up in my life, I have not had the people who are close to me talk sweetly to me. Like the person who was the closest to me in the family was never sweet to me, because this particular person wanted me to learn things the hard way, and they were very rough with me, very hard with me, very harsh with me. And I have learned that that does not help. It doesn't help at all. And the more sweet I am to myself, the more gentle I am to myself, the more I find myself blossoming. It's like the more I feel my roots being watered, the more I feel like, I imagine what plants would feel under the warmth of sunlight, things like that, just a sweet energy. And I want to see, I really want to tell you that if you feel motivated or inspired to try speaking sweetly to yourself, that might make a world of a difference for you. But you are already, with this 9 of Earth, you are so abundant. You have everything you need. Like you have all the resources, and you know it. What you're experiencing right now is expansion. That's it. Really, this is just expansion for some of you. If you know what I'm talking about, if you've already experienced this. And expansion is good. Expansion is really good. It is just you growing in your strength right now. Pile number 2. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull 2 last messages for you. That is going to be your advice. How many are here? These 2 just dropped, so I'm just gonna take them. I don't know what they are, as I was shuffling the card deck there, and I wanted to shuffle it here. But we have here the presence of love will always cast out fear, and we have I choose love no matter what. This is talking about that burden, allowing you not to feel burden, but also knowing that you're not devoid of love, and love has not abandoned you. That is something that I'm really feeling here, that love hasn't abandoned you. And the experience that you're having right now is really testing you, in the sense that showing, there's a reality that is being created around you right now that is kind of trying to prove to you that love doesn't exist. You can't choose love. Love isn't choosing you. Why are you choosing love? That kind of a thing is coming to you at the moment. But it's because you have hit a wall where you can really bring out a lot of love and cast out fear on its, from the very root of it. So you do have a choice here to choose love, to listen to your intuition, and to really feel that no, everything is not leaving you right now, and really let go of that fear that, oh my God, what is mine? It's slipping out of my fingers. Not true. Not true. How to? It's not true. You are actually being guided to look at things a different way right now. And just because you're not receiving results does not mean that you're worthy of result, and that it does not mean that the effort that you're putting into is not taking you anywhere, because it absolutely is. It's just taking you to a desert right now, and it's okay. Let's walk that desert, because on the other side, it's great things for you. Okay, so we have here the presence of love will always cast out fear, and this is what is really giving me that energy, that the more love you're bringing into these places, it's going to cast out a lot of fear. And logically speaking, what happens when you cast out every single fear that is being presented to you? It's bringing in a lot of power, pile 2. A lot of power. Okay, so this is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. If you did, you can like the video to let me know that you've liked the reading. You can always subscribe to my channel for more readings. And please feel free to leave a comment because I love reading them. Of course, I don't know, I forgot to mention for pile 1. For personal readings, you can definitely send me an email and I would love to help you with it. And this is all I have for you. Thank you so very much, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 3. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you chose the yellow fluorite, this is going to be a reading. I'm just going to place your crystal right here, and we're just going to dive right in. So today we are asking what it is that you need to know for support, just some supporting messages, some guidance that you might need in your journey right now. Anything that you might need to know. Anything that will help you, make you feel a little bit better, if depending on what comes through, maybe a little bit lighter. Yeah, let's see. So for my pile number 3, ooh, whoa, that was interesting. Okay, we have the agape. Okay, agape. Straight up with this energy, I do get the feeling of soul love. Some of you are really, really open to receiving at the moment. And some of you may be at a state that are really, really relaxed in your body, relaxed in your consciousness, in your mind. Just relaxed is another energy that I'm getting here when I feel into this. Interesting. Should I read the guidebook? Maybe not. Just let me pull your second oracle. And then we'll see here. For my pile 3. The lover and the beloved. Okay. All right. I don't know why I'm getting this energy of something happening. Just something happening in your energy, like having any kind of a communication or intimacy breakthrough. That kind of an energy is something that I'm really getting here. Let me just read this card, the messages, and then we'll see what this is really talking about here. I'm also getting the energy of, did I say divine love? But definitely divine love, like the type of love that is absolutely unconditional, unwavering. You might be letting go of a lot of unloving patterns, a lot of unloving thoughts right now, as well as something that I'm getting, because I almost wanted to say unloving, but that's not the energy here. To me, feels like that's what's leaving, or you having the choice to let it go at this moment right now, because something about your energy, something about your vibes, you're just ready for that. You're just ready to make that choice, and it will be very easy for you right now. It's going to be very comfortable for you right now as well. You're going to see that that is something that you're doing really naturally, and it's just happening. Just happening. We have here the lover and the beloved, and I do get the image of two people kind of not just dancing, but in a really surrendered state here, and also kind of shining love into all parts of your consciousness, into all the depths, into all the little corners of it, because see, this card here has all of these rays of light that I feel. And for this one here, there are a lot of, there's a figure of, there's like, there are a lot of people surrounding the couple here. And all of these people to me are representing different thoughts that you might have picked up from different people. You know, different patterns that you might have picked up from different people. Parts of your consciousness, like from lifetimes and lifetimes. It's not just now. So this is like a deep inner healing. But I feel that one thing that you do need to know right now, pile number 3, is that whether you're healing, whether you have healed, or whether in the process, the one thing that is really all encompassing for this reading is that you are open to it. Now let's just take a look at 35 here. When you move beyond consciousness, you caress the beloved. When you move into the unknown, beyond everything, the beloved caresses you. This is my favorite quote of all time. Oh my God, it's making me feel chills. Okay, so why this gets me chills, I'll tell you. I don't think I even need to read it like that, because I can explain this. It's like when you are really, this is like when you are, this to me talks about that moment in time when you are tested beyond what you think your limit is, and you feel like you can't do nothing. This is it, that's it for you. This is talking about just that one step forward after that. That particular step takes a lot of courage. It's really hard. And that particular step right there, it takes incredible amount of unconditional love for the divine and God and source itself. It's like, you know, like how some people get really bitter with God and source and, you know, just love in general. They get so bitter and they get so upset. And, you know, they have great reasons for it, and of course, like, they get really tested too. Like, they will give you a lot of good reasons for why they feel that way. I have been there, and I have gotten the most results when I just chose to be like, God, I don't care if you love me, I love you. And that is such a powerful state to be in, that you basically, it's so powerful. You feel like, oh my God, I have won over everything. And I can't actually believe that this reading is really bringing me to that space, because I really needed to remind myself of this. So let's see what comes out for you and how this is resonating. I might actually read the Agape card just to kind of get a feel of where this reading is going. Just to see if there's anything here that will help me kind of move forward with the reading. So we have here, what if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, Goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks us for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. It's exactly what I was talking about. Wow, I didn't even know. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, conscious or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? I think that is pretty much where what we're talking about here. I think what are you worshiping is what's really coming to me. So let's just pull some tarot for you, and let's just see where this is going for you. Pile number 3. What is that you need to know? Okay. I'm kind of being guided right now, so I'm going to look at the bottom. We have the Council of Monarchs. This is the Hierophant. These two came together. Okay, like that. Bottom, top, bottom, top. This can be interchangeable. This is primary. Okay. If it's primary, we have the Hermit. All right. The Hermit. What is this then? The Five of Waters. Okay. Okay. Primary. That is okay. What about here? You think this is primary, but actually that is okay. Elder of Air. Strength. Ah, I see. Okay. Elder of Air is the King of Swords. Okay, so we have the Hermit, the Five of Cups, the Strength, and the Elder of Air. Okay, these are the 4 cards that are coming out for you right now. So with the Hermit being primary and the Five of Waters, I am getting the message here that it's that some of this is an energy of being tested. Some of you are really grieving something and releasing a lot of grief, and some of you have pulled away, or someone has pulled away from you. Something is in a timeout right now. And I feel that with this Hermit card here, there is, of course, the Hermit card always talks about the need to go within and to look and find your own inner, you know, we have the Strength and the Hermit, so that's like 8 and 9. So, let me just feel into this for you, because I don't want to say things that are not really as to the point as I would like it to be. But I feel with this Hermit card here, there is definitely a need to rest, I want to say. I don't know why, but I do feel a need to rest here, even though the Hermit card doesn't talk about rest. But it does talk about withdrawing. So I do feel that yeah, I do feel that rest is really necessary for this pile. And I'm also getting that the reason why rest is so necessary for you is that you have a lot of emotions that need to be, I don't know, there's a lot of like that, this kind of a message coming through as a theme. So if you picked a different pile and you're like, wait, they're all talking about the same thing. It's just a theme right now. I'm not making up the messages, but I'm looking at all of these dolphins here. It's all about communication, but communication, things that you can't see, is also something that I'm getting here. There's something about not being able to see as well, not being able to see the future, not being able to see what's in front of you, not being able to see what the future holds for you, and really coming out of the state of grief here, really coming out of the state of sadness, something that's really upset you and it's really affected you to your core. And there is a feeling here of really mustering up all the strength that you possibly can to honestly, just because you love yourself, I want to say. There's no agenda here for you in this energy, or at least something that you need to know, or something that I guess you need to be communicated to. That deep down, for you to love these parts, heal these parts, bring these parts into peace, I feel that the Strength card here is really showing me that you think there's an agenda, but there is no agenda. You are loving yourself compassionately, absolutely, without asking anything in return, and just loving for the sake of loving. And I think that that is something, this is so beautiful, Pile 3. This is so beautiful. But I think that the one thing that, you know, that you might feel a little bit of a conflicting message as I'm reading this is actually because of this Elder of Air, which is the King of Swords. And this King of Swords right now for you is in the process of maturing, which means that something about your thought pattern is taking shape here. Something is maturing here. And this is coming from grief. So some of you have the ability, some of you, this is not everyone, but this is give me the message that some of you know, really know how to get yourself back up when you're experiencing a lot of heartache, when you're experiencing a lot of pain in your heart. When you're experiencing a lot of heartache, for some reason your brain starts to click in and starts to, like, you know, move things along. But another message that I'm getting here with this Elder of Air is that you might want to find an agenda, like mentally, as to why you're doing what you're doing. Why are you, you know, what is, you know, just over planning, overthinking. And the reason for that is probably, like, what I'm getting here is that it really is because you think that, oh, there might be, you know, I'm giving myself all of this love. Like, what is the, you know, why am I doing this? Am I, maybe I should ask myself for, you know, to push a little bit harder here. Maybe, you know, I don't know how to explain this. It's like, asking yourself to give more than you can give, but it's not something you're doing. It's something that your brain is kind of going there for a little, you know? It's like your brain is not comprehending or calculating this unconditional love that is arising from deep within you. And I think that there is some mental adjustment that you might be undergoing right now because of this process, if that makes sense. I hope that that makes sense. So that mental construction or reconstruction that you're experiencing right now, it is because, well, first of all, that's what you're experiencing is the message that's coming through. And secondly, you're experiencing this right now because you're just fundamentally changing your consciousness. You're just fundamentally changing at the moment. And it is bringing some really lovely feelings, but it is also kind of testing your mind to surrender to this process is something that I'm really getting here. And which is why you may have been taken into a space of this hermit energy for you to kind of get in touch with that. I hope that this message is resonating and it's helping, and if it's bringing clarity for you, and if this is all that you needed. This is really straightforward, pile 3. I'm still going to do what I've been doing for all the piles. I'm going to pull 3 more tarot cards to see if there's anything else that I've missed, and then we'll just move on to your advice, because yours was so straightforward and just to the point. It's almost like there's a little bit of a quiet energy here. Like, that's it. We have the 6 of Air. Yeah, there is like an exhaustion, so I feel that it's good to kind of keeping it kind of short and simple and sweet for you, pile 3. I do feel that the energy here is requiring that. But with the 6 of Air, this is talking about peace. This is talking about moving away from drama. This is talking about moving away from intense energy. You might be, of course, like this Elder of Air might, you know, at a more not so nice space, at least for this reading, is talking about, you know, you being so used to that drama energy that you kind of want to get back to that because that's what you're used to. But you know, that's just like a mental thing that your mind is kind of getting adjusting to. It's like releasing and purging a thought versus a feeling, where a thought leaves you in a different way than a feeling does. So like your heart releases things differently than your mind does. And I think that that is something that is happening for you. And it's really important to not really attach to these thoughts, and allow it to kind of like let it kind of flow out. Like let your mind go through changes, let your mind have those moments, you know, let your mind wander a little bit, and allow it to release the stagnancy that I do feel here for this pile, you know. I'm really feeling that. Like, let your mind kind of go to these places, because where your mind will bring you back is where your heart is, you know. Your mind is not going to wander off so much that it'll never come back to you, unless you're choosing insanity, which I really hope that you're not. But yeah, that is something that I'm getting here. Like, something about really releasing a kind of a burden, but it's in your head. But it's not even a burden. You're already releasing it. It's just like you're just becoming more mentally mature and used to the new energies here of really unconditionally loving yourself. Like, your brain is probably like, what is unconditional love? I don't get it. Like, where's the condition? I don't understand. You know, I think that that is what you're processing right now. And then we have here Page of Fire, which is the Page of Wands. This is beautiful. This is really talking about more of a passionate energy and a little bit of a playful energy, which I was really bringing up with this King of Swords here. So I do feel that this energy is something you can definitely call in and kind of help you through this process of just being a little bit more playful. Just let your mind have some fun, take little breaks. I do feel that that is something that is really necessary for you. I don't know why, but it might be because of releasing this Five of Waters. I actually want to. You have the Seven of Waters as well. So this is the Seven of Cups. Yeah, you're releasing a lot of illusions where you think that you are releasing a lot of illusions where you think that what should be and how things should be versus what the true answer is. And it may make you feel a little ungrounded when you're in a space where you're not familiar with what is happening around you. The Five of Waters, which is the Five of Wands of grief, sometimes, like, as these feelings that you're feeling and as they're coming up right now, I really feel that it's just in the process of leaving, and there is a need to not attach yourself to this. Yeah, not attach yourself to what is releasing right now. I think that is the biggest message here, because you're actually undergoing some really beautiful changes within you. But I do feel even the Six of Air can talk about, I don't know if it does, but I do feel the energy of detaching. The Hermit can definitely talk about detaching. But the Strength is like unconditional compassion, unconditional love. I mean, compassion in its nature is unconditional. But I think that this is something that's really coming through for you. I hope this reading is resonating. I wonder if I'm missing anything though with the Seven of Wands. I'm just gonna take a look here. We have Justice, which is the right thing, and then we have here Page of Earth, which is actually Page of Earth is talking about some kind of physical manifestation, a type of physical manifestation as well. So I think that that is leading me back to the energy that I was just getting here, that some of this energy may lead to a physical manifestation, if that's a confirmation that you're looking for here. Okay, so for pile number 3, any closing messages and advice for my pile 3, please? I choose love no matter what. Oops, this one also flipped out. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Both of these cards came out for pile 2, I want to say. So if you're called to pile 2, you may want to watch it. But for you, I'm getting different messages for sure. So if you don't, then that's fine. With I choose love no matter what, I really get this message of just keep choosing love. I know that you are casting out a lot of fear here, and I feel like for this pile, this is more of a mental, that mental release, where the same messages can apply to pile 2, which was more of an emotional release. So if you want to watch pile 2, that might be a sign for you, but if you're not, then that's okay. If this is where I'm leaving you, but I'm still gonna take just one last look at the card here before moving on. The presence of love will always cast out fear. I really do get a mental energy for you, pile 3. So it's all about choice. It's all about letting your mind go through that process that it's going through right now and have compassion for yourself, because your heart is already there. With I choose love no matter what, I feel like your heart is just automatically just choosing love right now. And it's just your mind that is trying to catch up to it. It's really what I'm getting here. So if this reading resonated, pile 3, honestly, I'm not sure. So let me know. I would love to know. And if you like the reading, if you like the video, it helps me to know that you've liked the reading. And if you want to follow for more readings, you can always subscribe to my channel. And I do offer personal readings if you are interested. This is all I have for you, pile 3. Thank you so much for watching this reading, being with me all the way through if you did. And I really appreciate all of your love. So much of your support, and I love the comments that you leave me. It means so much to me, and I love you all so much, and I do hope to see you in the next one.
Hey Pal 4, welcome to your reading. If you chose this rose quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading. It is really late here right now, so I am going to do my very best to make sure that the messages that I am delivering, I am not falling asleep in the middle. I just want to get done with this reading. I really enjoyed doing pile 1, 2, and 3, and I can't wait to do yours as well. I have a really beautiful feeling from your energy because the rose quartz has such a beautiful energy. So today we are looking at what it is that you need to know to support you in your journey, any supporting messages, any guiding messages, anything that you might need to hear that is going to
of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva allows the poison of the world and hold it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in it. Sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and darkness upon its wing. Okay, so with this card here, I'm getting another message as I was reading it, and I can feel what this energy is. So what I'm getting here is that some of you might feel that the changes that you're making into the world, because I do feel that for this pile, there's a lot of love that I feel for society. So you might feel that you are a misfit of some sort, that you might feel like you're not fitting in, you're too different, while you have so much love to give. And I really get this feeling that you have a lot of love to give, and you don't know how to bridge the gap between reaching a lot of people with this love versus something like that, like reaching people on a larger scale, or like in a more collective scale with this love. Something like that. Let's just pull your second oracle. For pile 4, the victory of Miriam with 41. You know, as I was shuffling this card, I didn't even, of course, like if it was even before I saw the victory of Miriam, I feel that you will be recognized, or you are very, very recognized spiritually, in the spiritual realms, within other mystics that has lived and gone and passed on. Powerful change makers in society, in spirituality and religion. I feel that you're really, really recognized, well loved, and I'm also getting this word, like I'm also hearing well deserved. You are well deserving of victory. You are well deserved of to be in this world and to experience the world and the beauties and the wonders of it, not the negativity that you're experiencing. But I do feel that you are someone that does value the simpler things in life. You are someone that does value the little things in life and find a lot of joy and appreciation in it, and you're worthy of experiencing that appreciation, and you're also worthy of receiving that appreciation, is something that I'm getting here. And something about a conflict, I feel, is what today's reading for you is talking about here. But we will definitely pull more cards. I'm just going to take a look at the victory of Miriam, and then just kind of take a look at what it is that this card is talking about, and just to get a feel and check if I'm getting the right message or the right feeling here. Just going to read a little bit. Oh, actually, this is enough if I just read this. You feel you are mortal, and I know you are divine. You feel you are not ready for the task, and I know that triumph is only moments away. You reach to me for protection, but you are me, and the protection that you seek is already with you. We are not apart. I am living through all that you are and all that you love, all that you have lost, all that you offer to me in surrender. I am in you as your courage, magnificence, and any task I send to you is simply one of the tasks of which you were born. You are an eagle with wings ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. I love the fact that it's referencing an eagle because I saw an eagle for the first time a few days ago. And it was a really magnificent experience. I saw it kind of close up, like close enough for me to. It was like this large bird. And I feel what this card is really talking about is that this card is really talking about you feeling that you're about to fail some sort of task, but you're actually really close to a breakthrough. You're actually really close to something really magnificent. And we do have the butterfly here, so that is really interesting. Let's see what comes out for you, Pal 4, in this reading here. But I do get this feeling sitting in your energy, Pile 4, that you are not, there is a feeling of almost not believing it and almost not seeing it coming. And that's also what this card talks about, that you are thinking you are less than divine. You're thinking that you're less than what you can accomplish. You're thinking that you're less than what you're created to be, but you're already created to be so much more. You're already created to be such an abundant being and have such an abundant experience in the world and in life. I do want to mention that it doesn't all come in the form of money, but there are so many things in the world that does carry the energy of abundance. So what does my Pile 4 need to know here? What is it that, what message do they need to hear that will support them? We have the 5 of air, that is the 5 of swords. Okay, the 5 of swords. Okay. And then we have your judgment. Some of you may be experiencing some type of a power dynamic that is very unhealthy, or just a power unhealthy, like a power dynamic very unhealthy, and something that is really taking a lot of your energy, like creating a lot of havoc in your peace and within your energy. And I feel like this does have something to do with you not seeing how to handle it better at the moment. And of course, I do want to say that it's definitely something that you are working on, because with the judgment card here, I feel that there is a need for you to see yourself as who you truly are, but you're probably not in the space of having that perception of yourself quite yet. And I feel that you see yourself as someone who is, you know, who is okay with and this is a negative belief. I might want to add, like, this is something that is absolutely not true, but there is maybe a subconscious belief that you might have just with this 5 of air here, that you will know if it's true. Like, when I talk about subconscious belief, it will always ring true to your heart if that's the case, and if it doesn't really create any kind of emotion in you, then that's not, you know, you don't have to resonate with that message. But or if it creates a strong, you know, that could actually mean that you're a little bit numbed out. But if you do have a strong feeling that no, that's not me and I'm sure of it, then definitely go with your gut. But with this 5 of air, I do feel that you might be seeing yourself as someone really less than, and someone who's not capable of having more, someone who doesn't deserve peace, someone who doesn't want someone who is not allowed to have peace, someone who is just meant to deal with the little things in life and just stay there and not expand or not grow. Like something like that is really what I'm getting here. And of course, that is not true. But something in you is believing that, and you will know whether this is true or not, but that is definitely something that I'm getting here. And I do want to speak to that part of you and just say that you are worth so much more than who you see yourself to be. And what is coming next for you is that you will not be able to deny the truth of who you are, your true essence of a divine being and have a divine nature. You will not be able to ignore how powerful you really are, and it will come with some challenges. But when you see yourself as divine, some of these challenges are not really challenges at all. They just fall away, and they kind of energetically brush off like oil and water. Is something like that is what I'm picking up here. And I feel that you really need to know this about yourself, Pile 4. I want to pull some more cards just to get... We have the 6 of air under the 5 of air. Yeah, it really is about that, moving on from this energy, moving on from this, seeing that, okay, it's not for me. There's no opening here. I'm just going to go the other way where there is an opening for me. I'm just going to go to someone or to a place or to a community or to, somewhere where I am received for who I am, where I'm received for my strengths, where I'm received for even my weaknesses and is, loved and appreciated regardless. I think that this is something that is really coming up here. And I think that this is something that you might actually find yourself walking away from something. If you're feeling that you don't have the strength to walk away from something, I do feel that you're getting to a point where you are learning how to do that. And of course, me reading energies, this is something that you really have to claim and actively choose. But I do feel it in your energy that you do have the strength to do that. And for the Judgment, we have here the Ace of Fire. Yes, this is a really suddenly you are going to experience your nature. You're going to have a newfound perspective for yourself. And I feel that this is something that is coming for you. And when this does come, you really need to understand that that is truth and not fall back into your older patterns. Is something that I'm really feeling as well. Really walk the path to keep moving forward. Really keep seeing yourself as the divine. And when you're on that cliff, like that card said, don't be afraid to jump, because you're gonna soon find out that you've got wings. Okay. And I think that it's really important. And if you are in a space where you're so fearful that you feel that I cannot take this leap, just remember that you may have forgotten that you have wings. You may have forgotten that you can fly. Not the fact that you know how to fly. You already know how to fly. Like, that is inherent. That comes with you. You have the instincts for that. But I feel that when you are at this edge, or, at this point of, I don't know what to do, I am so afraid, the message that's coming here is that you have wings. Like, you have the ability to take that leap. You know what to do from here. You are not remembering it right now, but when you're facing it with this Ace of Wands here, it's like a candle that's gonna all of a sudden light up for you. And like the Judgment too is like, can be a sudden energy. I feel it's like it's a powerful energy. I think the Judgment is, if I'm not wrong, ruled by Pluto or Scorpio energy. And Pluto's transformations can be sudden sometimes. It can be really quick sometimes. It can be like the Tower sometimes. And I feel that to you, it's like you are not in touch with it yet. But I feel that these cards are really trying to get you into this, to get this little feel of, you have this, you own this, you can choose it and claim it. You have a lot of hidden wisdom in you. You have a lot of hidden incredibly powerful, divine, angelic, like godly wisdom in you. And of course, like godly, being as humble as I possibly can. Like we are all one with God, and this is what this Victory of Miriam was talking about. You know, you are me, I am you, we're one. And I think that that is what you are kind of coming to terms with. And that is honestly, like, that state of being is where divine wisdom comes from. Divine wisdom doesn't come separately. When you feel the oneness from that energy, like from that point, from, you know, it's from that little space that is actually a large space, but at first it feels really tiny and little. That is where you're drawing your wisdom from. That is where every mystic has drawn their wisdom from. It's from that connection with the divine. You are not the hoarder, and you are not the source of the divine wisdom. God is the source. Your source is the source. You just draw from it, and you are one with it, which means you have enough wisdom as God has, like if you're willing to allow yourself to receive it. But that is, you know, that's a whole other story. But that's basically the principle, though, that really wants to come forth for you, that will help you in moving forward in your journey, that will help you moving forward in the direction that you want to move forward to. And I do feel that right now it does have a lot to do with seeing yourself that way, and knowing that, okay, I deserve better, I can do better. And also knowing and seeing that you can tap into that wisdom anytime, any moment, as you see yourself as this divine being that you are created to be, as the worth that has already been placed on you by birth in creation, that you don't really have to compete for, you don't have to work hard for. All you have to do is simply claim it. Certain things outside of you may influence that. Oh, okay, you know, make you feel that that's not the case, but that's just you being tested and you expanding into this part of yourself where you are. I do feel that there is something here that has to do with your voice. So you are really calling in a lot of power in your throat chakra or in your voice. So your voice might change, is something that I'm picking up here. We have the 5 of water, which is the 5 of cups. We also have here the 7 of earth. This is the 7 of pentacles. And lastly, we have the elder of fire, which is, sorry, the elder of water, which is the king of cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the council of monarchs, which is the hierophant. But to me, the way that this is represented here, this is guides, this is mystics. This is other mystics that's gone and will probably also be here in the future as per needed on the earth. But I do feel that with all these cards here, with the 5 of water, this is talking about grief. So I do feel that some of you need to grieve relationships and certain bonds that are not serving you anymore. I do feel that there is a need here to really let go of certain unsupportive, unloving connections that is your perception of your world, and know that the perception of your world is the way that it is has to do with the people who have created your world. So there is something there that you might need to look at and know that maybe there is some healing that needs to be done here. You might need to release some people, which is why we have this 5 of cups here, which can make you go through a process. But with the 7 of earth, which is 7 of pentacles, know that it is, you know, it will definitely be fruitful. Like you are nurturing a type of growth here, which is absolutely worth it for you. And you're also growing in your emotional wisdom. With the elder of fire here, I feel that this is actually contentment within yourself and peace within yourself. With this elder of fire, why do I keep saying elder of fire? But I do think that it does have something to do with you feeling the courage and coming back to yourself, and speak your truth and live your truth with courage, but you know, in a more heart-centered way. I think that that's why I'm kind of picking up fire energy or wand energy here. Yeah, I think this is what I'm getting for you, pile 4. I want to see if I'm missing anything with this 7 of Pentacles. I think that there is a reminder here that if you're growing something, it does require some patience, and patience is not the same as waiting. It is putting in the effort even when you're not seeing the result. It's trusting the process is something that could be significant for some of you. And with the Elder of the Elder of Water, there is a deep need for surrendering to the process here. Because with this, there is a need for surrendering the drama here, which you can always choose to do and allow those choices to unfold, and let the divine give you the steps. Okay, so let's just take a look at a couple oracle cards that I will be using to get some advice for you and closing messages. I shuffle this card a lot. For this, pile 2 and 3 got the same advice cards, even though the messages primarily were different. So I'm hoping that we don't get any repeated cards for you. Okay, we don't, but we do have the owl, which is interesting. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Beautiful. Yeah, there is a little bit of an effort needed to move out of this 5 of Swords energy. This drama energy. I feel that this is something that is required here. It is testing you in many ways. It's most likely the test is coming more so in the form of patience than anything else for you. And then we have a surrender to a power greater than me. Oh, how sweet. We have the butterfly here twice now. And in the back, I don't know why I feel like why I'm reading the back of the energy just for your pile. It's probably necessary. So we have here, the more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. This is something that you might need to do. And of course, like with this 5 of Swords energy, the more you are in an environment where it's taking from you and just taking from you, it does take energy. And the way to bring that power struggle back in order is by really, honestly, by going to the source and letting the source help you claim your power back and go from there. And it does start with intention. It does start with faith. And it does start with making the choice to be powerful and fearless, and to see that you are free to make these choices with the divine, and to see that there is a power that is greater than you that can take you from point A to point B. You just have to say yes to the ride that the universe is willing to give you. So the universe is here with your favorite ride, and it's outside your door, and it's like, do you want to hop in or not? And it's as simple as that. And you basically hop in and you do whatever it takes to stay on that vehicle, until you've completely mastered the lesson here. I hope this reading resonates, pile 4. Like, I'm doing all these readings lately, and sometimes I can feel like, oh, okay, yeah, it's resonating, but only you can tell me if it does. So feel free to leave a comment. I love reading your comments, and if you like the reading, liking the video always lets me know that you did, and it also helps me in other ways as well. If you want more readings from me, you can always subscribe to my channel. I do offer personal readings if you were interested, and I'm sending you so much love. And I actually also really want to thank you for watching this reading all the way through if you did, and for supporting the channel, for supporting me through all the inconsistencies in the channel, but all of the love and support that I get still, regardless, from all of you, really kind of is bringing me into a space of healing where I can where I feel more inspired to do more readings, and it's just really helping me build that relationship within myself and at the channel. And I am so grateful for the support that I'm receiving, because it's those little support that is so valuable to me, and it just I just feel like I can go so far with just like one happy comment, you know? So I appreciate you all so much, and I love you all so much. And once again, thank you for everything. I do offer personal readings if you were interested. And this is all I have for you. Thank you so much, Pile 4, and I do hope to see you in the next reading.